good morning. Welcome to the second International Conference on Teaching Chinese for Academic Purposes. Today's session will be presented by two presenters, and we are going to talk about mainly we'll focus on case studies about how to deliver the online teaching, especially during this pandemic situation or period. We have two panelists today. One is Dr. Yanling, and so she will be the first presenter to talk about a case study about how online language teaching in higher education. Her case study will be based on the online teaching of CIBL. And she is the exchange Chinese teacher at CIBL at LSE. And so first of all, I would like to introduce Dr. Yanling. And Dr. Yanling, professor in School of Foreign Language at Wuhan University of Technology. And recently, she is the exchange Mandarin teacher at Confucius Institute for Business London at LSE. She is a scholar with expertise in theories and practices of English and Chinese language teaching, including non-language or non-language translation in theory and practices. She has a rich experience of teaching languages to English as second language and Chinese as second languages. And plus, she also has published more than 20 publications in academic theories and journals. So now I think I will give the time to Dr. Yanling about her case study on the online teaching for the students at the CIBL at LSE. So welcome, Dr. Yanling.
Okay, thanks for Dr. Zhu's introduction. Dear experts, colleagues, friends in the cloud, good morning, good afternoon, even good evening. I feel great honored to share my personal research. You can call it, a very small empirical research based on my personal teaching in 2020, because 2020 it's a so different year. I would like to keep a good memory of what I have done out of my personal teaching experience. It is a small case study of Chinese language teaching and learning in CIBL at LSE. Sorry. Okay. You see, this is today's streamline. Introduction into reference. Let's come to the introduction. As a teacher, teaching is always closely related to our research. That means we need to know what kind of research we can do, but everything based on our personal teaching experience. Due to this,
and even the students who had arrived in Australia before the lockdown, we might.
Excuse me. Okay. Due to the spread of COVID-19, teaching staff and all Chinese learners of CIBL were unexpectedly migrated, or you can say forced to continue language teaching and learning by building up our mutual online communities. It is not well prepared online teaching and learning. You can call it a rather emergency prompted network teaching and learning against the global public health emergency background. So such emergency prompted teaching tend to lack some required teaching resources, particularly an elaborate lesson plan design or physical textbooks, even whether we have enough technology, team support, so on and so forth. Quality expectations of online teaching might be lowered, especially in regard to course satisfaction and our students' academic outcomes. So this research just intends to uncover the real facet of Chinese language teaching and learning based on case study of CIBL at LSE in 2020. Numerous studies have found no difference in student success across online or face-to-face different modalities. And others have found that incorporation of the computer-mediated elements improves student performance, according to some experts in 2018. But they have also been persistent called to deliver more evidence on the complex issue of actual proficiency outcome as opposed to achievement results in different modalities. In such a peculiar year, how about emergence promotes the online language teaching and learning, especially as a teacher in CIBL at LSE? Let's online teaching's merits or challenges. So it is admitted that online language education has peculiar affordances which are totally different from face-to-face classroom. Flexibility of location, adaptability of time, even the broad audience could be reachable compared with face-to-face. However, what kind of challenges? A community atmosphere online or personal connections have to be carefully crafted online. You see, physical appearance so unrealistic, body language could be unnoticed, and gestures and facial expressions might be distorted before the screen. The purpose of our study was of my study was to conduct the course satisfaction on effectiveness of teaching and learning under such a specific background by administering student opinion questionnaire and teachers opinion questionnaire to determine whether there are differences from these two key education subjects. Look at this. This is objectives of my study. I would like to declare, even though today's share just still preliminary stage, so some of the part maybe need more improvement, but this is my original objectives of my study. That is, how about student academic outcome and course satisfaction in such a particular modality, and how to retain human touch between teachers and students in such a transitional platform, and which is more efficient, online teaching or more efficient online teaching or face-to-face Chinese teaching, and what challenges teachers and students have had. So now let's come to the methodology. Based on the broad research on CNKI, according to the link below, and the Web of Knowledge, the link below, with these several keywords, learner satisfaction or learning satisfaction or education satisfaction, course satisfaction usually has 6 key factors: learners, instructors, courses, technology, design, environment. And I would like to mention, since March 2020, I'm not only just an online instructor, I'm also an online student, because since working at LSE, we enjoy the good opportunity to study the foreign language totally for free. So having personal experience on both sides of the spectrum has given me a deep insight into what to do as a teacher and what to do as a student if we want to achieve the good academic outcome. After detailed investigation and careful selection, 2 questionnaires were designed. Student opinion questionnaire and teachers opinion questionnaire. So roughly speaking, just 4 top level indicators with almost, you can say, 27 or 24 wide secondary indicators, because of only probably just over 20, just 5 scale, just indicators are on 5-point scale. And I would like to give students and teachers more personal comments. So I also provide, look at here, I also provided, space will provide it for students and teachers qualitative comments for educational improvement out of their personal experience. And that is to say, on my 2 questionnaires, just 4 top level indicators, around 27 secondary indicators, but I also leave some of the
these goals and our vision for the course. We came up with quite a complex weekly structure.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure what kind of.
What is the technical issue about?
Okay,
So
it's
probably,
okay.
Please
it's
go
okay.
on. Yeah.
Okay, so except for the first section of personal information, most of the rest of the indicators are on 5-point scale. That is from 1 to 5. Maybe you can say extremely unsatisfactory or very bad, or just just like what? 1 is extremely unsatisfactory, or just or 5 extremely satisfactory, from 1 to 5, or just sometimes just the impression is a little bit different, but the scale just from the lowest to the toppest. Okay, let's move forward. And then who can join my who just participate in my questionnaire, or who have done my questionnaire? That is all Chinese learners registered in CIBL at LSE in 2020, and all instructors in CIBL team in 2020 were invited to do the questionnaire respectively, no matter the instructors in China or just already left our CIBL, anyway, just 2020, even just some of the replacement teachers, because of I would like to have the whole picture of the instructor's opinion. So learners can be 10 months part-time executive program students, and could be 5 months online executive program students, or even just in-company Chinese learners, because our CIBL cooperated with HSBC, Bank of England, and JP Morgan. So those students have only part-time, non-traditional learners with global vision, great interest in China. But in 2020, they are juggling many other life responsibilities, even possibly emotional or financial trauma. And instructors in CIBL are those just who have been teaching Chinese for years, PhD or master degree in 2020. Okay, now let's come to data analysis. So look at this picture, a 2 chart. This is just the left one is the student's questionnaire, and the right one is teacher's questionnaire. So I just mentioned the first section is personal experience. So this 2 chart didn't cover the personal part, just cover the major parts and the major secondary indicators, right? Distribution chart. So the navy blue is very good, and the orange is good, and just the light blue is very bad, or you can say just extremely unsatisfactory, right? And the right one also. So you can see from the, what's the impression on you at first glance. Let's talk about the data analysis in great detail. Based on my several objectives just now mentioned. How about the student academic outcome and course satisfaction online, in online community, you can say, in online community, learning community, or teaching community. In my question 11, are you satisfied with your language improvement? As for teacher, are you satisfied with the language improvement of your students during online teaching? So the left one, the students just extremely satisfactory or satisfactory, just altogether, almost 70, or you can say 72, 70, or almost 70, right? And the right one, just the teachers, just maybe a little bit lower than the left one. I think because our CIBL teachers, maybe because our CIBL teachers just very a little bit merciless, right? So we are a little bit particular about our students' improvement, but all impressive. Next one. Sorry. Okay, next one. It is a question to retain, because the question 14 just all my secondary indicators just revolve around just now, course satisfactory, revolve around learners, instructors, design, technology, environment, and courses, right? So all my questions are just designed based on these 6 key factors. Okay, so next one just how to retain human. I'm sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, just now, it's weird. The first time I was muted automatically. In my past 10 months teaching experience, never muted automatically. Okay, anyway, let's go ahead. So how to retain human touch? Everybody just, what's your impression? What's your impression? So according to students, this is not a 5 scale. This is just actual. Just now you see the global picture does not cover this question 14. Look at this. Because of I think this is my preliminary research outcome. So maybe some part need to be observed further. But according to this, to different picture, so students think they reached teachers a little more, but teachers thought they didn't contact the students much more, or you can not just maybe just nothing changed. They didn't realize any change. Or you can say just
interruption. Sorry for interruption, Dr. Yanling. We still it's
okay.
It's 5 to 6 minutes left.
Yeah,
and
I hurry up.
Take care of your time. Thank you.
I hurry up. Right. Yeah. Okay. So next one, just what's your think of your dedication to online teaching and learning? So students' dedication like this on the left, and teachers' dedication on the right. You can see our CIBL teachers so dedicated to our teaching, even in under such a very traumatic year. Okay, so we dedicate ourselves to our teaching more than before. And next one just how about your user experience with Zoom, because that is based on the teaching environment. And left one is students, and right one is teachers. And next one, it is what is more efficient online teaching, online Chinese teaching. What is more efficient, just online Chinese teaching or face-to-face Chinese teaching? So the top is students, and the below is what teachers. So teachers just 60% of teachers just so satisfied with online teaching. And however, the students, look at this, students, you can see the chart. Some of the only what, maybe you can say the satisfactory or extreme satisfactory like this. And this one, what challenges have the teacher students had in online learning environments? And the left one is the teachers Because why? Because of I think before I designed the question, I don't think I can cover all kinds of the challenges there. So I just designed this part as a space for their comments. So the high frequency words in student comments or internet connection issue, lack of interaction with teachers, fellow students, and hard to build physical relationship with teachers, students, poor networking. Because of their part-time non-traditional students, they would like to enjoy the process of learning. So physical appearance much needed for them. Okay, let's hurry up. Discussion conclusions. I just made some of this conclusion here. Students can perform unexpectedly well under such promoted, emergency promoted online teaching pattern. And just I need to mention maybe another one or two. Quality students learning can also occur online. Because of I need to clarify our CIBL's teaching pattern. As for the 10 months teaching pattern, we just use a little bit blended. Why? Because of we forced to migrate from a classroom teaching to online teaching. So you never know what time the national lockdown will happen. So we just blended. And as for another online 5 months teaching, which also blended, because we teachers recorded several sessions of a series of grammatical videos for those students to improve or to enforce or to foster a good online learning environment. Okay, sorry. Next one. Yeah, why
Thank
doesn't?
you very much.
Okay, hold on a second. And this one just some of discussion. Just recorded function of Zoom was not favored by a few students because they thought their privacy issue does matter. Okay, and just even though we teachers thought recorded classes would be beneficial for students. However, put my question there, they thought their privacy matter. And another one, just how to what kind of we use interlanguage. When we use high stakes instructions, we need to use what kind of language? And small, lower stakes instruction, what kind of language we should use to keep the students, in the same picture with us. Okay, so now the reference and all rest of the, I'm sorry, I thought I can, I'm not sure why the reference cannot pop out. Right, this is my references.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you for listening and your suggestions.
Thank you so much.
Are highly welcomed.
Thank you so much for Dr. Yu's presentation, especially her analysis of data give us a very close and vivid view about what is the result and outcome and also feedback from students and teachers about online teaching, especially during this pandemic period. Okay, now let's welcome the audience to give some questions. We are running out of time, so we have 2 minutes left there for the next presentation. So feel free to give your questions.
可以问吗？
Yes, please.
可以。
我想问一下你们的，就是刚刚这个 case study 的学生都是孔院的学生吗？就是他们从那个面对面移到那个网上的教学之后的这种研究是吧？
是的，全是。我刚才提到的所有的 participants 全是我们孔院的学生，所以我针对就是10个月的学生和5个月的学生以及公司班的学生，就对他们做了问卷。所以这个问卷的话也是收集的比较的仓促所以我觉得这今天只是一个初级的一个 outcome 的这样的一个分享我觉得我后续会更加的对这些数据进行，就是透过这些数据我可能了解到我们老师的期许和学生的期许，尽管他们比较满意大部分同学都比较满意，但是这个透过这些数据，我们还是能够觉察出来我们老师和学生的这样的一个思维的差异，以及背后的一些文化所产生的这样的一个差异。
很有意思。刚刚我看到，
还有一个问题，这边有一个问题，
我怎么退不出来呀？
问到
我先把，
没关系，问到于博士有一个问题，就是说，请问问卷对象的人数有多少？是一个
目前
Lucy 老师问的。
对的，这个问题问得非常好。我现在的我发出去我就是所有今年2020年的学生我都发了，但是收回来不到30份儿。我们的学生其实都是小班课，我们的每个老师上的课都是3到4个人，所以我们在不同的级别有初级、中级和高级，或者 pre-intermediate、post intermediate，我们的学生其实总共可能还真的不到50个。但是呢，我收到了将近有30份的这样的问卷，我希望它更加的就是说一个问卷要有没有效有它的可信度在哪里，所以我希望多收一点学生的问卷，使它更加的效度方面和信度方面更加的符合我们的 questionnaire 的标准。好，
对，
我的时间到了，我要退出来。
好，谢谢 Lucy。Lucy 说我们很需要这样的实证调查研究，确实是这样子的。就是在汉语教学当中，我们怎么样去看它的效果和反馈哈？好的，因为时间关系 ，we move to the next presenter。